What is up, guys? Welcome to another video on something retro. Last Friday we got an old 1972 Coleman lantern up and running with the same mantles that were in it the last time it was used almost 30 years ago. And today we're going to be taking a look at this Coleman 425E camp stove. This thing, much like the lantern we looked at last Friday, is in immaculate shape for what it is. As you can see, if you pull the latch and then open the lid, coming right in here, these burners are still freaking silver. There's a little bit of grease in here, but other than that, you know, the paint's pretty nice and fresh. There's a little bit of rust back here. For how old it is, almost 52 years old. This is date stamped August of 1970, so I guess it actually just turned 50. This thing's in no, it actually just turned 51, my bad. This thing's in pretty good shape. So we're gonna see if we can get it running. I don't know the last time this was used. I would guess probably around the same time that lantern was last used, but we're gonna go ahead and see if we can't get this thing going. So this being 51 years old now, it's a very simple design and it's very easy to put together. So what you're gonna wanna do is lift this up right here, just let it rest against the lid, and then you're gonna grab the tank right like that, and this is where your fuel goes. And as you can see, there's a little bit of instructions on it. Right here it says lever must be flipped up to light, and that's this little thing right here. And then on the bottom it says after 1 minute turn down to burn. To attach this to the stove, right here there are two slots, and these ears go into those slots, and the gas tube goes through this hole right here. So you line that up right like this. Trying not to beat it up too much here. And then line it up right like that. And that's all there is to it. Now this grill also has little windshields right here, so you're gonna wanna hold this up so it doesn't catch on the grill part here. Open it up, flip this open, and then tilt the lid down until you can fit it in this slot. And you wanna hold this so you don't mess the metal up while you're adjusting it, and then let go of it and it springs into place and holds itself. You'll do that on both sides. And with that done, you're ready to add fuel to the tank, pump it up just like you do with the lantern, and start cooking your steaks. However, this thing, as you can see, is pretty dirty, so we're gonna get it cleaned up as best we can with what we have. We're basically just gonna hit it with an air gun and maybe wipe it down a little bit with a microfiber cloth. We opted to just hit it with the air gun from the air compressor. It got it cleaned up enough for a little test here, so what we're gonna do is pull the cap off of the tank, and we actually did test this a couple hours ago. This one already does pump up and hold pressure, so you don't have to do anything like we did with the lantern. However, we are gonna bring back the janky funnel solution because this is all I have handy. One thing I do want to point out with this cap here, it is the older style 3-piece cap. It's not the dangerous one that could blow you up, which kind of takes away some of the fun. But I did forget to mention something in the lantern video last Friday. If you look at the box for the lantern, it actually shows this 3-piece cap, but on the lantern itself, it's just got the standard flat top cap. So it might have been replaced at some point. I don't really know, but either way, this one has the older style 3-piece cap. And of course, similarly to the lantern, we're gonna unscrew the pump right here, and we're going to pump it at least 30 times. And once that's done, go ahead and close that back up, and theoretically, you should be good to light at least one of the burners. We're gonna go ahead and flip up the lever right here, just like that, and then we're gonna crack open the valve, and we're gonna go ahead and try to light it. So a little bit. Hey, there it is. All right. Now, one thing I did forget to mention is right here on the side is the valve for the carryover tube to get the second one gassed up and lightable. So we're going to go ahead and crack that open just a little bit. And then grab the lighter. Right like that. And just like that, both of the burners are going. Now, once it's lit, you do want to open the carryover valve all the way. We are going to leave the main valve pretty low because I want to keep these burners nice and silver. But just as a proof of concept, it does work. So we got it burning pretty nicely right here. We've just got it on a pretty low simmer. This is what it looks like without any lights here. We're going to cut the softbox. Yeah, check that out. We just have it really low because, as I said, I do want to try to keep the burners somewhat silver. Bump that exposure. Oh, yeah.
Get it turned up a little bit, though.
Yeah, go ahead and bump it a little bit. Oh, yeah, look at that. The camera does not want to pull focus on it, but you know what? That's just how it's going to have to be. That's why we got manual focus. Look at that. Yeah, this was a lot easier to get going than the lantern was. There you go, guys. 51 years old. Still working like it's brand new. So we're going to go ahead and cut the gas to it just to see how quickly it shuts off. That was pretty cool. So there you go, guys. That's going to be it for this short series on retro Coleman stuff. If you haven't seen it already, last Friday we did do a video on this 1972 Coleman lantern. So if you want to check that out, go ahead and do it. It was a pretty fun time getting that thing up and going. But for now, that's going to be it for retro Coleman stuff. I'm probably going to end up buying more at some point. Probably not anytime soon, but it'll probably happen eventually. Shouts to Josiah again for helping me film this and helping me get this thing going. Come back on Wednesday as usual for another Spyro video, and come back next Friday for another normal video. But until then, guys, that is going to be it. Hope you enjoyed it.